What's up, y'all? It's your boy RJ Powell. We are back with another video today. Today we're coming back with another deep conversations video, and today we're going to talk about school and mental health. I feel like since most of y'all are going back to school, middle schoolers, high schoolers, college students, even elementary school students, I feel like this is an important video, especially for this year, to talk about mental health in school, because I know the educational system doesn't talk to us enough about mental health and mental health awareness. So I decided to bring this video to you today for teachers as well. If teachers want to look at this video, fine by me, but I'm just going to run down some mental health facts, why we need mental health in school, the importance of mental health education within the school system, bro. We're going to start off with a couple stats for you. Up to 1 in 5 kids in the USA, they show signs or symptoms of having a mental health disorder. That's crazy to me that 1 in 5 students in the USA show signs or symptoms of a mental health disorder. That means that if you have a classroom of 25 students, 5 of those students are struggling with a mental health disorder, whether it's depression, anxiety, or substance abuse. Most of the kids these days are suffering mental health issues more than ever because of social media, and people are trying to be something that they're not. And I feel that that's really weighing on our mental health issues, especially in school where you have a ton of classwork, a ton of workload that teachers push on us. Maybe some of them don't even know that some kids are struggling with mental health issues at home and they don't know the signs of it. I think all schools in all states should require a mental health education. I think New York, Florida, and Virginia are the only states that require a mental health education. In this day and age, I think we need it more than ever, especially for kids these days, because the suicide rate within teens and kids are just astronomical. Mental health really starts when you're a youth into your adolescence. And the average age where mental health or mental health disorder is very apparent is at the age of 14. So by the time you're going maybe starting in high school or at the end of your middle school career, that's when you start to notice this mental health disorder. We need to bring more awareness. Schools needs to bring in mental health specialists to talk to kids these days. Teachers especially need to do their roles in not having the responsibility of taking care of them, but every now and then we need to ask students, are they okay? Do they need help with anything? Counselors of the school need to step their role up and helping students out if they're struggling with problems. Some teachers truly care for their students, but teachers that hold the student to a position where they're just a student, I feel like most oftentimes we don't see students, or teachers don't see students as real people. And I think we need to see kids, see the youth, see teens and students as real people that are going through real stuff, because I think teachers kind of get caught up. Some of the teachers get caught up in the world of, well, they're just my students, I'm here to teach, you're here to learn, so that's the only thing you're here to do, and you're not going through this thing at home, or you're not struggling with depression or anxiety or substance abuse or anything like that. Some teachers are not thinking that far ahead. They're not thinking of those things. So I think teachers need to be more aware, or need to learn. I think even teachers, before the school year starts, they need to learn or have a course on mental health and how to find signs of whether your students are struggling through something or mental health disorder. I think that students, maybe not every day, but like every week, need to learn about the signs of mental health, how to deal with that. I think that schools need to start providing students and maybe even teachers with therapists, someone to come talk to. I think teachers need to be aware of these things. Principals, head of school, everybody need to be having a course or taught a course to learn about the mental health thing, because I don't think most people nowadays, they just don't know. They just lack the knowledge of knowing these things about mental health disorders and everything. And I think students, they feel kind of afraid to talk to the teacher, because the teacher, they may be mean, may not be their favorite, so they need somebody to talk to, and they're obviously struggling with something. And I think teachers need to ask sometimes. I think teachers, counselors, principal, they need to ask sometimes, what's wrong, what's going on in your world. I think students would love to hear that from authorities these days, and I think we're not getting enough of that. I think it's progressing. I think we're taking a step in the right direction for teachers to be doing that, principals to be doing that, having their relationship with their students where the student could come to them for their problem, then I think students need to be more aware on who to go to, because I think we've been led astray on who to go to for help, because it may not be anybody for help, or may not be somebody available for us to come talk to. And I think we definitely need that in school. And I know that for some students feel down some days, they feel low in their morale. I think sometimes when they go to school, it feels like prison to some people who are having depression or anxiety. So I think that school needs to lighten up their environment and making an open space for people to talk about their struggles, have people to help students with their struggles. I think students would probably enjoy going to school more, knowing that they have somebody to come to or talk to for some advice. Most students who have mental health disorders, 60% of them graduate. And if people are failing to reach out to these kids, they're gonna fail. They're not gonna be as successful in life if we don't start helping these kids with their mental health disorders. While kids have mental health, it can lead to them dropping out of school altogether. They can have difficulty in learning. Their behavioral issues can be seen in the classroom. And school failure, they could just fail school, they could fail a couple grades. Us not being aware of these things could lead on to more and more students failing school or not being able to learn, and the behavioral issues can lead to even more to a great extent, and the mental health disorders could lead to, unfortunately, suicide sometimes. And I feel that it is the teachers' duties to be aware. It's mainly everybody plays a role in this. Everybody needs to be aware. And I think the school system needs to change in order for us to have an environment where we're helping students rather than hurt them, or making the students feel like they have nobody to talk to, or they're trapped in a cage. And so I appreciate y'all for checking out this video. Share this to anybody going to school, anybody dealing with school. Share this to teachers, students, college students, elementary school students, high schoolers, middle schoolers, everybody, if you can. I'm going to leave a link below to some articles that may help you out with some stats or some facts pertaining to mental health issues in school. It's your boy RJ Powell. Stay safe out there. Hope y'all have a great school year. Wish y'all the best. We out, baby.